Yo, what's going on YouTube? I am Germ here, and in this video today, we're going to be going over my picks for the 10 best stickers from the Antwerp 2022 team sticker collection that I think, to actually buy and hold or invest in the medium to long term. These are going to be my picks, just some of my favorites, and going to be giving my analysis and reasons for why these are my favorites from this major. Now, obviously, Antwerp was the second of the borderless stickers to come out, maybe the third. I know Katowice 2014, I think it was, also, had like some borderless stickers that people talk about. But really, when you're talking about borderless, it's more so the modern borderless, Stockholm, Antwerp, and now Paris. So Antwerp being the second of the borderless generation, but also being maybe the second rate of the borderless generation. I know a lot of people say, hey, the Stockholm ones are cooler. But a big thing to note here is that there's a lot of teams in Antwerp that aren't in Stockholm or Paris, so it's their only borderless sticker. And there's also, some teams that maybe aren't going to be making it to future major, stuff like that. There's unique stickers, unique logos. There's a lot of good things to look for. So let's get into it. Number one, or not, in no order. I'm just kind of sorting them from the lowest price to the highest price. Number one that I want to talk about is Big. This is Berlin International Gaming. And this is not their only borderless sticker. They do have a sticker from Stockholm as well, which you're like, okay, why are they on this list? You just said, you want to try and find teams and find logos that don't have multiple borderless stickers. Obviously, it's going to make them more rare. It's going to make them more unique. It's going to hopefully make them more valuable. So why is Big on this list? Well, if we actually go to Big Hollow and we look at what the Stockholm one looks like, we can see that this is what the Stockholm one looks like. It is a circle logo, rainbow background with the big logo in the middle, but man, this is very, very, very different from the Antwerp one. And honestly, I would say the Antwerp one looks better. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like circle stickers. And if you're going to get a borderless sticker anyway, why wouldn't you want the borderless logo? Why would you want a borderless circle sticker? I mean, it's kind of like a border in some way. So really, I think you could say that this is the only borderless big logo or big sticker. And also, no matter what you think, this is unique. The Big Antwerp is different than the Big in Stockholm, even though they are both kind of borderless logos from this era. So that's why I think Big is interesting. I also think it's very, very interesting. It's the cheapest hollow sticker in Antwerp right now. And obviously, cheap could be bad. It could mean there's low demand. Could mean there's high supply. That could be a bad thing. But also, I think it gives it the most potential to actually run a little bit if the whole Antwerp as a whole stickers go up over time. I think Big isn't going to get left in the dust or anything like that. I actually think it's a little bit undervalued right now. If we look at the lifetime on it, it peaked at around $4.22. It's down to around 70 cents, 80 cents right now. So, it has some room to rebound. Doesn't mean it's going to get back to all-time highs, but obviously it could surpass its all-time highs too. Who knows? But I do think Big is a pretty underrated one and one you should keep an eye on because I do actually think it's pretty unique. Next up is Heroic. And Heroic is actually interesting because Heroic is in all three of Stockholm, Antwerp, and Paris. But again, this is another one where if we look at these logos, if we look up, Heroic Hollow, we will see that they're actually all different. This is the Heroic from Stockholm. It's got the similar logo, but it doesn't have the diamond stuff on top. Here's the Heroic from Antwerp, which again, similar style logo, but it's got this diamond stuff on top, so it's actually a unique logo. And then the Heroic from Paris is a totally different design. So Heroic, yes, they have 3 borderless stickers from the past 3 majors, but it's a totally new logo. And now that their most up-to-date logo has changed, you don't actually have to worry about Heroic getting another borderless sticker in the next major because they've already changed their logo. It's already different. Even if a new one does come out, it's going to be totally different. So I actually really think that this Heroic from Antwerp is potentially a very, very good pickup. And I don't think it's as good looking as the one from Stockholm, but you can see here it's $1 cheaper, which again I think could be a good thing. Now there are way more of the Antwerp one than the Stockholm one on the market, so that's kind of a bad thing. But I think it is definitely possible the Heroic from Antwerp is a little bit underrated, and it's one you want to keep on your radar. Now we're going to the second page here. I do think that the Copenhagen Flames, I think this one is pretty cool, pretty interesting. Now again, Copenhagen Flames, they did have another borderless sticker in Stockholm, but this one looks different. I mean, it looks the same, but it's a different color. It is a different in that way. So it's not totally unique, but it's at least somewhat unique. Also, it's been very, very public that Copenhagen Flames is disbanded, they're bankrupt or whatever. So again, you don't have to worry about future Copenhagen Flames ones coming out. It has a lot of demand. This is a cool looking logo. It's, red fire. That's pretty cool. It's also had a lot of publicity. So this is one definitely worth keeping an eye on. All-time highs around 1721, sitting at around 584 right now. This one hasn't necessarily dropped as far as some other ones, maybe even showing that the market for it is overall pretty strong. Next up, Complexity Gaming. I actually really like this one. It's got a big, colorful logo. It's a star. That's always cool. And they, this is their only borderless. I don't know why I clicked on this. This is their only borderless logo as well, which is definitely a good thing. I don't even know if they're in Csgo right now or not, but you probably don't have to worry about them making the next major no matter what either way. So I do think this is a cool one to kind of keep an eye on, and this is one that I expect to do well going forward in the future. This one all-time highs around 23.18. It's down to around $6 right now. So it has fallen pretty far, as a lot of these have, but a lot of them have fallen because the pair stickers were borderless. But pair stickers being borderless shouldn't really affect the more unique borderless stickers from these past majors, because that doesn't make sense. There's not a complexity sticker in the pairs collection. There's not a big sticker in the pairs collection, so it shouldn't necessarily affect those. I think the unique logos have been brought down by the market as a whole being brought down by pairs. Next up, I want to talk about NineZ. This is one that a lot of people talk about. It's a really cool logo. It's a cool color. It's unique. Again, the only borderless logo for NineZ. And this one is very, very hyped up. It has big demand. It's peaked at around $21. It's sitting at $7.68 right now. Overall, this is a very, very cool one. One of the big hitters, the big winners from the Antwerp collection, and one that people are definitely keeping an eye on. And I am as well. Next up, the Outsiders. Now, this is one that I think is kind of weird. I actually don't really like this one. I don't love the logo. I think it looks kind of awkward and weird as borderless. This is one of the few logos out there that I think would probably look better as bordered, but obviously I do believe that the Outsiders ended up winning this Antwerp major, so that's kind of cool. Nice piece of history there. I'm sure that doesn't hurt the value. And this one has done well. It's peaked at $37.47, and it's around $8.50 right now. Like I said, I don't think the logo is that cool. I don't think it looks that great, so this is one that I'm not super personally interested in, but obviously different people feel different ways about it, and this one has been relatively hyped up and has performed pretty well when you look at the charts and everything. And then finally, getting into these last couple, we have Eternal Fire. This one is pretty badass. You can't go wrong with a dragon logo. We know, obviously out in China, a lot of the big money investors love the dragons. Year of the dragon next year, yada yada yada, all that stuff. Eternal Fire, this is our only borderless sticker. This thing has so many things going for it. It's around $9.30 right now, and it has peaked at $22.18. So again, another one that hasn't fallen quite as far as some of these others. And overall, it's pretty cool. I don't necessarily love that it says like Eternal Fire on it. I think it would maybe be a little bit cooler if it was just a big blue dragon. So I don't love this one, but I like it. It's got a lot of good things going for it. It definitely has a lot of good fundamentals, and only 130 of them on the market. Next up, we have Furia, and I know Furia, they're at every single freaking major. They have so many borderless stickers, yada, 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 but each one looks so different. Each one just looks so cool. It's really a classic. This definitely isn't like my top pick or my number one pick or anything like that, but this Furia logo looks really cool. It's got a cool design. The colors are different. If we look at some of the other Furia hollows, you can see that they are all pretty unique. They are all pretty different. Here's the Furia hollow from Paris. That does not look like the Antwerp one. Obviously, it looks the same, but the colors are different, so you can definitely tell the difference. It definitely stands out. Here's the Stockholm one. Again, it looks the same, but it's definitely different. It's definitely not the same. Even though they are similar enough, it makes me want to stay away from it a little bit. I still think they're unique enough that they deserve a spot on this list. Again, probably be towards the bottom of my top 10, but in my top 10 for sure. And then next up, two really, really big hitters, the Imperial Esports. I love this. I think this logo looks so clean. Green logos are not super abundant, so they're always unique. And if you get a big flashy, shiny green logo that looks badass, it looks cool, those always do good. I know a lot of people are talking about like Entropic in the Stockholm collection and Imperial in the Antwerp collection. This one is just a big winner. It's big time. It's for real. It's legit. It's awesome. I really, really love it. This is one of my top picks. $33.04 is the all-time high. It's sitting around $14.68 right now, so it hasn't dropped much at all. It's been down like 50%, but when you look at a lot of these other ones that are down 60, 70, 80%, Imperial Esports has held up pretty well. well. And if you look at the graphics, honestly, it started rebounding a little bit already too. This thing, the bottom was around $9.50, and it's already up to $14.68. It's up like 50% in the last week. So it's been doing pretty good. It's awesome. This is definitely one to keep your eye on. But my number one pick, and one that I've actually already been buying, I made a video a couple days ago about me buying a bunch of this sticker, is the Cloud9 from Antwerp. Now, again, at the end of the day, I do think you should be funneling most of your money into a couple of your top picks. Like, if you want to invest in all the different stickers, just buy the capsules. There's no point in buying 15 different Antwerp stickers. You should funnel your money into like your top 1, your top 2, your top 3 picks, the ones you really think are going to win, the ones you really think are going to do well. And one of the ones that I'm funneling my money into that I believe in the most is the Cloud9 Antwerp. Now, one of the biggest risks and downsides for the Cloud9 stickers in the long run is that the Cloud9 team is pretty good right now. They're one of the better teams in the world. They're internationally relevant. Cloud9 could definitely make it to the next major. And if a new Cloud9 borderless sticker comes out, hey, this Antwerp one is probably going to tank. That's probably going to be really bad news. But right now, Cloud9, a big blue logo, an iconic logo, a cool logo, a popular team, a team that people love. And this is the only borderless C9 sticker out there right now, which that's just big value. That's big time. That's money. It just has so many good things going for it, so many fundamentals. This one, the peak was $56.67. It's down to $30.33 right now. But I do think that this is the most expensive sticker from Antwerp for a reason. It's my number one pick. I really, really love this one. Honestly, at the end of the day, if I had to pick like my top 3, I'm probably going with Cloud9. Probably Big at number 2, and then maybe Imperial at number 3. Those are my choices if I really had to funnel money into 3 of them. But Cloud9 has so many good things going for it. This is definitely one to keep an eye on from the Antwerp collection. But overall, those are my top 10 choices. If I had to pick an 11th, I had an honorable mention, was Team Spirit. So maybe keep an eye on them as well. But like I said, don't really worry about the 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, stuff like that. Focus on 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that, and really hit those big winners. But those are my thoughts and opinions on the Antwerp best team stickers to buy and hold and invest in for the medium to long term, so we can hopefully make some money. I'm just kind of giving my thoughts and opinions and thinking through my process of doing the research and what I'm doing and why, and some things to look for. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions as well from what you think your favorite stickers from the Antwerp collection are, or any other investments or stickers or whatever that you guys are buying right now to hopefully make some money over the next couple of years. But pretty much over this video today, guys. Hopefully I catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.